All right, well, thank you for being here. My name is Bryan Frye. I'm the Vice Mayor, and I'm filling in for Mayor Longwell this morning. Hopefully everyone survived last night's storms and the temporary flooding that we may experience from time to time, but thank you for being here. We do have a full day of topics today, so I'll get right with it. If you're not already aware, May is Air Aware Month, and this week is National Air Quality Week. And so throughout this month, the city will be sharing tips to ensure that our air stays clean for everyone. Not only is the clean air critical and crucial for our environment, it also helps us stay healthy, and being out of compliance with air quality standards can cost our city millions of dollars. So here to tell us more about the air quality and some air quality tips is air quality specialist Bailey Cunningham. Bailey?
Thank you so much, Vice Mayor. As he mentioned, the city is launching a new initiative encouraging residents to be air aware and take a pledge to improve air quality during ozone season. Taking the pledge is easy. Residents can visit www.bearawareks.org and choose one or more of the simple actions listed. By selecting even just one action, residents can help improve air quality for our community. Right now, I'd like to give you all a first look at our new website and show you how to take the pledge. As I mentioned, just visit www.bearawareks.org. The landing page features a fun video. It also features a biography on Beatrice, our mascot and resident air quality guru. And finally, it has the place where you can take the pledge. Like it says on the website, pledge to reduce ozone by choosing to take one or more of the following actions. The more actions you take, the more the jar fills up. The fuller the jar, the happier and healthier Beatrice is. So you can select these different actions, and you'll notice the jar gets more and more full with honey the more actions that you elect to take. And then you're just going to fill in your name, email address, and zip code. This information is for tracking purposes. We promise you won't feel the sting of spam. And then you're going to click submit. A thank you pop-up appears, and an I took the pledge badge appears. This gives you an opportunity to share that you took the pledge to your social media. Make sure to let your friends know that you took the pledge and encourage them to do so too. The website also features other important information. On the Be Informed page, there's information regarding ground level ozone, how it's formed and how it affects the air. The Be Involved page lists the risks of not taking action to prevent ozone-forming emissions. And of course, the Be Healthy page provides information on how ground-level ozone can affect your health. Keeping Wichita's ozone levels under EPA standards is important. Sorry, I'm just going to navigate back to the home page for you guys. As I was saying, keeping Wichita's ozone levels under EPA standards is important for personal health, community health, and the regional economy. In addition to the website, residents can stay engaged during ozone season in a variety of ways. Follow Be Air Aware KS on Twitter and Instagram for the daily ozone forecast. Join the new Be Air Aware Facebook group located through the city's Facebook page for air quality news and tips. You can also sign up for ozone alerts issued when there's a risk of high ozone, and watch City 7 on Cox Cable Channel 7. Ozone season began on March 1st and lasts through October 31st. The Be Air Aware campaign will be ongoing throughout the duration of ozone season. Thank you.
Thank you, Bailey. And, compared to some of our California and northeastern cities, we tend to take clean air for granted. And it's easy to when you go outside and enjoy a Kansas sky, but these tips continue to help us keep our air clean. So thank you. So moving from clean air to clean water, specifically the Arkansas River. So this weekend will be the 17th annual Arkansas River Trash Roundup, which takes place on Sunday. It will begin at 151 North Market, which is just a parking lot there on the southwest corner of First and Waco. Each year, the City of Wichita partners with a number of dedicated sponsors to carry out this event. And we see hundreds of volunteers participating to help remove tons of trash and debris from our river. Last year, over 700 people, almost 800 people participated, and this was during some extremely poor weather conditions. I don't know if you remember last year, it was very cold and wet. But they collected 2,400 pounds of debris. In 2016, during good weather, we had about 1,300 people show up and removed over 4,600 pounds of debris. So this weekend, with the good weather forecast and the recent rains, there's probably going to be a really good turnout. That's what we're hoping for, and to pick up a lot of trash that was collected and came into our river due to the storms. So we could really use a lot of help. To date, over 26 tons of trash and debris have been removed during these cleanups. And as you all know, the Arkansas River is a very important part of our city's center. And so having this cleaned up right at this time of year really helps continue that quality of life for people who live here, who work here, and who are visiting Wichita. This year also marks the 5th year for the High School Challenge. The high school with the largest percentage of participants will win a pizza party, but most importantly, as most high schoolers are prone to do, bragging rights. So last year's High School Challenge winner was Goddard, and they had over 100 participants. So it's always fun to see which school comes out on top. I'm issuing a challenge to May South because that's where my daughter goes. So hopefully she can get some of her classmates out there. The Master of Ceremonies for this year's event will be David Nelson, who represents the local chapter of Ducks Unlimited. Now, he couldn't be with us today, but we do have Mike Martin with Cargill, who's one of our sponsors. He is also on the volunteer committee that helps put this together every year, and very much we appreciate Cargill's support. We also have other sponsors, including Spirit Aero Systems, and as I mentioned, Wichita Ducks Unlimited. And again, thank you to all the volunteers that come out, and it should be a good weekend to get out there and help clean our river. Finally, the Red Cross is holding their Wichita Sound the Alarm signature event on this Saturday as well. And that is covering a portion of zip code 67217, which is identified as a high-risk area by the Wichita Fire Department. The Red Cross are recruiting volunteers, community leaders, and other sponsors to help us install free smoke alarms and to share fire escape plans, as well as fire and tornado safety information for residents, especially timely this time of year. The Red Cross responds to nearly 64,000 disasters a year, the majority of which are home fires. Now, home fires represent a significant threat to our communities, killing 7 people every day. Most of those deaths occur in homes that lack working smoke alarms. Last year, the Red Cross and our partners installed just over 1,900 free smoke alarms to help make homes safer. So I'd like to introduce Dominic Guana from the Red Cross. He is here to tell us a little bit more about it. Dominic?
Thank you, Vice Mayor. As Vice Mayor said, home fires is the #1 disaster that the Red Cross actually goes to. As a board member, I was shocked to hear the volume that we go out to each and every day. So we teach the Pillowcase Project, informing young children with escape plans and how they can prepare their families for home fire. The next level of that is our Sound the Alarm event, which goes on this weekend. In our region, we hope to install 800 smoke alarms in Wichita, Fort Scott, and Hutchinson, with the bulk being here in the Wichita area. There is still time to volunteer. We're currently looking for people to help us with the install process. That'll occur between 10 and 2. We'll start at Glen Park Christian Church at 2757 South Glen Avenue, with the main goal being just installation right now. The Vice Mayor also mentioned that we install throughout the year with a smoke alarm, so there's always a need for additional volunteers for installation, pre-event canvassing, and also just preparing the items for that. Thank you.
Thank you. So to recap, clean air, clean river, and keep people safe. So any questions?
Why is a high school that's nowhere near the river?
That's a good question for Goddard.
Volunteers to clean up the river.
I suppose for bragging rights. That's good to see. Anyone else?
If we could bring Bailey back up.
Yes, Bill?
Yeah, hi. Where do we stand right now in terms of ozone compliance? We've had a few years where we've been kind of tickling the edges of that. What's the current status?
We're currently designated as in attainment.
And how close are we to that edge?
This standard, the National Ambient Air Quality Standard, is 70 parts per billion.
Okay.
Our most recent designation that went towards that compliance was 67 parts per billion. Our current 3-year rolling average, however, is 63 parts per billion.
Okay. So are we in danger this summer of falling out of compliance?
That's really an interesting question. The honest answer is that we never know. It only takes a few poor air quality days to throw us out of compliance. That's why it's so critical that we have everyone be air aware and take the pledge to improve constantly and consistently improve our air quality.
And could you spell your name for us, please?
Sure. It's Baylee Cunningham, Cunningham.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, well, if there's no more questions, thank you all for being here. And please give us some good coverage Saturday for the roundup.